The Metafrax giant stock company is one of the largest Russian producers in the field of organic chemistry. Over the last 20 years of being a JSC, Metafrax has transformed from a single product plant to a versatile multi-sector group of companies housing assets in the Urals and far beyond. Metafrax has an annual turnover exceeding 20 billion rubles and employs over 3,000 people. The main production enterprise of the Metafrax company is located in the town of Gubaha in the Perm region. The group of companies also incorporates the oldest chemical plant Carbolite in Orekhovo-Zuylo, situated near Moscow, and the company Metadenia, specializing in the modern production of synthetic resins with 2 production facilities located near Moscow and in the Perm region. Metafrax is a huge exporter with a market share of export of about 40%. The company supplies its products to Finland, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Japan, Brazil, Australia and others. Effective teamwork of the managers, engineers, technicians and commercial department of the enterprise facilitates an annual growth of sales, maintaining a high level of profitability. Metafrax annually invests from 500 million to 1 billion rubles into reconstruction and modernization of its facilities. The dividend policy of Metafrax JSC counterbalances the interest of the company and its shareholders, providing annual increase in dividends and making the company more appealing for investors. The focus on stability and development allows the company to maintain a leading position in the national chemical industry with a well-established reputation around the world. In June of 1955, the town of Gubaha in the Perm region celebrated a joyful event. The first ton of toluene had been produced. This chemical was necessary at that time for the weapons and defense industry within the country. But the production history began much earlier, back in the days of the Second World War. It was the time when the manufacturing equipment from Gorlovsky, Stalinogorsky and Lysychansky plants was brought to Gubaha. After the end of the war, the plant was modernized with equipment from Germany, and in November of 1955, Gubahinsky chemical plant began its operation. Therefore, the year 1955 is rightfully considered the year of the enterprise's birth. Only 2 years later, in 1957, the first experience of using coke oven gas for methanol synthesis was experimentally gained. The plant workers used these breakthrough for production optimization and then broadening the range of products, which gave a powerful spur to the development of the national economy of the USSR. The chemical plant in Gubaha was developing very quickly. Its production soon became indispensable for the most important strategic enterprises of the country. The production included methanol, formalin, resins, paints, zinc whitewash, components for rocket fuel, liquid glass, and even a substitute for non-ferrous metal, caprolone, which was a real breakthrough for that time. These factors allowed the team not to give in to the difficulties, even during the most difficult period for the country. The year 1977 was a crucial moment for the chemical plant. With the participation of the British company Davy Power Gas, a large-scale construction project was initiated at the enterprise. During that period, the world's largest methanol-producing plant, M750, was built. It became operational in 1984. The eco-friendly natural gas was used as feedstock at the initial capacity rate, allowed them to produce up to 750,000 tons of methanol per year. The plant was no longer the same after that. It also received a new name in 1989. From that year on, it was called the Methanol Production Association. At the end of the fall of the Iron Curtain in 1993, after the enterprise was incorporated, it received another name, the Metafrax Joint Stock Company. It was with this name that the company became well known throughout the world. It marked the beginning of the modern history of the enterprise. Metafrax survived the hardship of the difficult economic turmoil in the 90s. Even during the crisis period, after 2000, the company managed to maintain its market share as well as the loyal relations with its partners and, most importantly, its highly professional staff. The Metafrax Giant Stock Company entered the 21st century with confidence. It could look back at the past with pride and boldly look ahead to the future. Since 2002, Metafrax has annually installed and employed new modern production facilities. The strategic objective of the enterprise is to increase captive methanol processing into high-margin products and to diversify the business. In 10 years' time, the large-capacity plants for producing urea formaldehyde concentrate and formalin have been put into operation. It allowed the enterprise to become the leading producer of these chemicals in Russia. There was founded an enterprise for producing synthetic resins, OOO Metadiner, which is the current leader on the domestic market. Thanks to recent reconstruction, the pentaerythritol production capacity has been doubled. The methanol production line has also been reconstructed. The capacity of the modernized plant has increased to 1 million tons. The annual production volume of this chemical exceeds 1 million tons. The modern production of polyamide has been put into operation, which has allowed expanding the product range significantly. After the launch of the new production line of urotropine, the Metafrax company became the largest European producer of this chemical. The projects of large-scale reconstruction of pentaerythritol production and methanol production plant with up to 10% increased capacity are now at the active investment stage. The total investment cost of these projects exceeds 100 million euros. The company is driven by the market demand. The short-term plans include the construction of new micronized urotropine with pentaerythritol production facilities. Metafrax is the leader of the European organic chemistry market. The final products and the raw materials supplied by the company are used in the production of plastics, paints, synthetic resins and glues, rubber, insulation materials, disinfection agents, medicines, and acetic acid. Derivatives of the product are used for producing fabrics and clothing, carpets and furniture. The primary consumers of Metafrax products are in the automobile and construction industries. The enterprise has more than 1,000 customers in Russia, while exports cover 40 countries across the world. The effective strategy of the company focuses on the producing high-tech chemicals which are distinguished by quality and environmental friendliness. Metafrax is the largest producer of methanol in Russia. The company exports about 30% of the product, about 40% is supplied to the domestic market. 1/3 of total production is consumed internally, used as a raw material for producing high-margin advanced derivative products. In Russia, methanol is used mainly for producing formalin, synthetic rubbers, resins, and organic glass. The methanol derivative, dimethyl leather, is being considered as an alternative to diesel fuel due to its environmental friendliness. Metafrax is the Russian market leader in formalin production. The product is synthesized from methanol and is used in producing plastics, paints, varnishes, and resins. In the medical sphere, formalin plays an important role as a disinfectant. The company is the only producer of urotropine in Russia. This product is used for producing explosives for the mining industry in the extraction of slate gas and minerals, as well as in the sphere of metallurgy. Medicines based on urotropine are used on the treatment of the flu, encephalitis, meningitis. Urotropine has a unique quality. It activates a defense mechanism in human organism. The invention of particle boards production technology was a revolutionary breakthrough in the furniture industry in the middle of the 20th century. Wooden furniture had never been so affordable before. The synthetic resins used in producing particle boards, MDF and plywood are produced by OOO Metadiner, a subsidiary of Metafrax. The consumers of resins are the largest Russian furniture factories and well-known international manufacturers of plywood, fiberboards and particle boards such as Eger, Kronostar, the Sueza Group of companies and others. Polyamide is a modern construction material used as a substitute for non-ferrous metals and their alloys. It is used in the chemical industry, mechanical engineering, shipbuilding, aircraft industry, transport, and instrument manufacturing. The modernized polyamide production facilities at Metafrax meet the international production and environmental standards and allow for the improvement of the quality of the final product. The product range of the Metafrax company covers practically every sphere of modern life, providing cutting-edge materials that allow us to protect the environment and human health. Metafrax is a highly technological company, but the management realizes that even the most sophisticated systems and equipment are operated by real local people who live in the small town of Gubaha in the Urals. For the first time in 20 years, the two central streets in Gubaha have been completely rebuilt: Lenin Avenue and Gazeti Pravda Street. The total length of the reconstructed road is 3 km. The road surfaces, the sidewalks, the street lights, the sewage system have been completely rebuilt, new lawns have been laid. The downtown area looks absolutely different now. Thanks to the financial support of the company, a modern concert hall was opened and the facade was refurbished in the town's music school on its 50th anniversary. Within the framework of the Metafrax to the Children charitable project, the town's kindergartens and elementary schools received new modern playgrounds. A number of other projects are being carried out as well. Computer systems being installed in schools, chemistry equipment for the classrooms and medical centers for the preschools. The employees of Metafrax are being provided the opportunity to move into newly built apartment blocks. The construction of a 9-story apartment block has been sponsored by the company. The town is short of modern high-quality housing. Only a city-forming enterprise can afford to build such large-scale projects. The company is planning to build 2 more modern multi-story apartment blocks for its employees. The spiritual life of the has not been forgotten either. The construction of an Orthodox temple, a mosque, and the reconstruction of the Victory Park are striking examples of social investments of the enterprise for the benefit of all the townspeople. The Beauty and Health Philosophy Medical Center and Metafrax have launched a joint project, a universal medical center providing medical services for state and voluntary medical insurance holders within the framework of this regional pilot project. Both the employees of the company and all the government-financed organizations of the town, doctors, teachers, the employees of kindergartens can now get medical treatment from highly qualified doctors while avoiding long lines in order to see doctors. The new medical center is open even on the weekends and on holidays. In addition, it also works long hours on workdays, which is very convenient for the patients. The modern clinical and diagnostic facilities and highly qualified specialists guarantee medical care services at a regional center level. All of these projects are examples of successful cooperation between the business and the government. The renovated town of Gubaha is attracting new inhabitants from all over the Higher Kama region, as well as the existing and potential employees. Often large-scale transformations cannot move forward without a financial and organizational force. This is where Metafrax has proven the effectiveness of its social policy more than once. It supports the promotion of sports, healthcare, education, the youth and senior citizens. All these spheres are aimed at the same target: to make the life of the residents of this town comfortable by raising the standard of living. The large-scale projects add comfort to the people's lives, and the Metafrax company gives them confidence in the future.